Welcome to the Reset. My name is Chad. I'm joined by my really cool friend Wayne, and Felicia is going to be joining us here in a few hours. She's driving up. We are beating the heat down in the Phoenix area. It was 118 degrees yesterday. Wayne and I fell asleep to 74 degrees and a light drizzle out of the sky. It's like the perfect reset, and while, you know, escaping the heat at the same time. It's definitely worth the 2.5 hour drive. We've got a lot in store for you on this trip, and we're glad you came along. If you like this content, please, the best compliment you could give me is to just simply hit that thumbs up button down below. If you feel so inclined, subscribe, you know, leave a comment down below. Tell me where you're from, what you'd like to see in future videos, you know, and how camping and getting outside into nature has helped you overcome anything that's racking your mind. But on this trip, we got a few cool things. First of all, Wayne and I are teepee tent camping. I've got my Northgaze canvas by OneTigris, and Wayne has the exact same tent, with the exception of his is the denier, the nylon version, much more light, just as waterproof. And these are both hot tents, so you can put a stove inside of them, but obviously we're not doing that for this trip. What else are we doing? We've got our paddle boards and kayaks with us, so we're going to be going to the lake just up the road and doing some paddle boarding and kayaking and fishing. We also brought a quad, so we'll be doing some trail riding as well. I'd like to map out some spots on my Onyx and pinpoint some new spots for future videos. Thanks for joining. So I've never met somebody that is as particular about their coffee as my good friend Wayne here. And we have mentioned this, it's my favorite, and I know he loves it too. And these guys that make this coffee are a great group of people. If you're ever in Arizona, be sure to hit up Bisbee Coffee Co. Some of the best dark roast coffee on the planet, in my non-educated opinion on coffee, but this is good stuff. And Wayne, does it get your seal of approval?
Oh yeah.
What makes Bisbee coffee some of the best coffee you've ever had?
I just think that, you know, that they actually care about their customers, and they provide a really good quality coffee. It's not just it's not just a, you know, store-bought coffee. You know, the owner, Rob, he's a cool guy, but he takes the time to really source his product, and he puts a lot of love and care into the coffee itself. But for me, you know, I've tried a lot of their coffees, but I like their Firehouse blend just because it's the strongest coffee they got. I like a good strong coffee.
And it's in Bisbee. That's a cool little town.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of those places that if people are visiting in Arizona, or even people like me that are natives to Arizona, that's a town that's kind of overlooked when it comes to going places.
Yeah, and there's a lot of history.
And there's so much history there, and it's unfortunate. So if there's any takeaway from this video and you're thinking about coming to Arizona, first and foremost, you know, come to the cool places to go camping, but be sure, if you have time in your schedule, to check out Bisbee, and by all means, go to Bisbee Coffee Co. She made it. The one and only Felicia's here. Felicia's setting up her hammock. We found this in the woods. Hey, if you guys haven't checked out Wayne's channel, where can they find you?
Over there at Red Shirt Outdoors.
Red Shirt Outdoors. Good content. Felicia doesn't have a channel, but she's on Instagram.
I do.
Heathen Gypsy.
I made a channel.
Oh, you did? Well,
I did.
well, let's get it out there. What's the YouTube channel called?
What is my YouTube?
Wandering Heathen.
Wandering Heathen. The same as your Instagram.
It is.
So are you going to sleep in the hammock or in the Napier?
I'm undecided.
It only got down to 72 degrees last night.
Maybe one night in the hammock, one night in the truck.
There you go. We're just about all set up.
Sounds like a proper compound.
Yep, we could stay out here a week if we had to.
It might be too sappy.
You can tell by tapping it. Should lick it. So the OneTigris Northgaze canvas, and I've got the awning out. You can undo these, and then obviously it becomes a full teepee. But see, it's not terrible in terms of space. It's got the stove jack for the wood stove. Obviously, we don't need that on this trip. The specs say it's a 4-person tent, but I beg to differ. 2 people comfortably, and if you have a stove in there, that might even be pushing it. Same tent that I have, but Wayne has the nylon version, which is a benefit when it comes to weight. Check this thing out. Not only is it super cool, but it came with a really cool story too. How much did you pay for this?
I paid 19 bucks for this at a Goodwill.
At Goodwill.
It was brand new. I've only used it a few times.
It looks a bit vintage. It even has that vintage smell to it. I love it. And it's a stove that folds up flat. So it packs away really nice. And you just sit it on top of your camp burner, and it heats it up. And there you go. It's even got a temperature gauge on it.
I found that just covering these extra holes and everything up top gets the temperature up a little quicker.
What are we making in it?
Well, tonight's going to be stuffed mushrooms in this.
Okay.
Then Felicia's grill, we're going to throw the steaks on that.
Well, there you have it.
Got it in here, keep out of the rain. Looks like it's trying to start.
Just when you thought you'd seen it all. Yeah, the rain it's been sprinkling. Nothing major yet. We need Felicia to do our rain dance.
Get on that right now.
I just got off the quad, did about 5 miles, and I found a really cool road that's pretty much side by side and ATV only. And at the very end of it is a campsite that overlooks the rim, and it's, you know, spectacular view. Nobody back there. So on one of these future videos, we'll do an ATV camping trip, and I think that'd be a perfect spot for it. Stuffed mushrooms sound good.
Oh yeah.
So while the stuffed mushrooms are cooking in that cool contraption right here. We got the main entree getting ready to go on the grill right here, and check this out.
I told you, the smallest that they had. I promised you the natural stove because they sent me the replacement. So that is a good start. And what was the other system you wanted for it? The tent thing?
Yes.
What was it?
A hot tent.
The hot tent?
Mm-hmm.
The OneTigris hammock tent?
Mm.
So
What did you guys do?
So Chad and I got together. We got you, I think it's called the Tigaman, the OneTigris.
Look at that.
You guys
Yeah.
I'm not gonna both of you this. Come here.
We want you to have it. So.
Aw.
You deserve
You
it.
guys are too much.
So now
And now you got to put that up tomorrow too. So you'll have 3 tents. Well, we are turning in for the night. Gonna get up early and cook some breakfast and hit the lake. So that should be fun. Looking forward to it. See you in the morning. Well, that wasn't too bad of a sleep. I've had better nights, but I can hear, first of all, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and I can hear Wayne out there whipping up breakfast. I'm going to do the same. I'm not sure if Felicia's up, but man, I almost had to ditch the bag altogether last night. Okay, I think I fell asleep with one leg outside of my bag and one in. I do that at home too sometimes. But let's get up and do it. No. Breakfast today is brought to me from Peak Refuel. I've had this before and I really liked it, so I got another one. Mountain Berry Granola. Not cheap, but it's quality. It's a good breakfast. This says 2 servings. I can easily eat the whole thing by myself. Not sure if I'm proud to admit that. I just realized I did this all wrong. It's supposed to be cold water, not hot water. So we're about to see if hot water works too. So the hot granola is fine. It's just hot, not cold. But Wayne brought something that I've been dying to try for months since he mentioned it. And it's this bacon. But this isn't just ordinary bacon, right, Wayne?
No, this is bacon that comes out of Kentucky. It's from a company called Broadbent's. It's an old style dry cured bacon. So they actually hang it instead of running it through a whole process like the store-bought bacon you get.
No preservatives, nothing like that.
They even put a disclaimer on the shipping that it will arrive to your doorstep warm, but don't worry about it.
So when you got it, it was like vacuum sealed, not even
completely vacuum sealed. But I buy them in a 5-pound slab.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I end up doing is I cut it down into 1-pound little bricks, and then I re-vacuum seal them. But by me doing that, you know, it makes it portionable, obviously. But I can obviously take those 1-pound little bricks. I can throw in my pack, and they'll be fine for a couple days.
And is this? Can anybody get this?
Yeah.
And do you know what's the name of the place?
It's called Broadbent's.
Broadbent's. I'll put a link down below and where you can find what Wayne claims is some of the best bacon that I'm about to ever have. Let's see here.
I think this is their hickory.
Honestly, dude, that's the best piece of bacon I've ever had in my life. Well, we're at the lake. We're gonna pump up the paddleboard and the kayak and get on the water. Well, we are off. Having fun yet? That was a nice bit of work, huh? Getting that all put together. We have done a lot of videos at this lake, but on the way on the other side. And this is the first time putting a boat on it. In fact, in past videos, the lake that has the island on it, that island is right here, straight ahead. Nope. Not yet.
Maybe try it in the shallow end next time.
Yeah, in the pool. Well, I went for a dip, and that water is nice. Wayne is getting as far away from us as possible because Felicia and I are chumming the water and ruining his bass fishing. And Felicia is enjoying the reset. We're gonna go and explore a campsite at the other end of the lake that is supposedly really good. You can't get there by car, so let's do that. Well, we made it to the end of the lake where the creek starts, but the boards won't get back that far. Felicia, oh, she's right there. This is amazing. Definitely going to do a future video here doing a kayak camping adventure. Look at this in front of me. Well, now it's raining. So we're gonna start paddling back. Well, Wayne didn't catch us any fish.
It's unfortunate.
Fishing's been terrible. They would have both caught their limit if I hadn't been with them, I think. I think it's just the dirt road reset, bad luck. But we were out there for a few hours, and 4 or 5 hours, we're gonna head back to camp now. Well, we're about to venture inside the tents to see if our trenches worked. Let's see. That's not terrible.
No, not really.
Mine held up pretty good. It's dry inside here. I got a little bit of a wet spot right there. That's about it though. The whole thing is dry. Well, I think I'm gonna hunker down in the teepee while the storm rolls over. It is just soaking wet out here. Wayne's in his, Felicia's in hers, so I guess that means it's time for me to go in mine. Oh yeah. Well, another trip in the books, and I'd say that was definitely a success.
Yes.
We got rain, we didn't get any snow. We got mud, we got fishing, we got kayaking, kayaking, paddleboarding, you name it. All around a great trip. Listen, thanks for joining. If you like this content, please hit that like button down below if you feel so inclined. Hit the subscribe button. Watch some of our previous videos. They don't always go as smoothly as this one. So, but we're all making it out in one piece. Our trucks aren't broken. At the end of these videos, we always say, first and foremost, if you or someone you know is suffering from anything that's racking the mind, stress, PTSD, addiction, anxiety, postpartum, you name it, a tickle in your throat. Above all, break the stigma. There's a good chance that you or someone that you know is too ashamed or too proud to admit that they need help. So for them and for you, please go outside and get the professional help that you and your loved ones deserve. But above all, get outside, explore nature. It does wonders, and explore your dirt road to reset. See ya.